Well, morning folks, you join me on a beautiful early May day. First week in May, the sun's out, bank holiday weekend's coming up, and I'm off out on the bike to reflect on everything I've been learning over the last 2 weeks from Dale and from Sunday's session with Mark at the IM. So mainly focusing on cornering today really, but just a chance to reflect. And it's an interesting day actually, because we're headed towards a place called the Shuttleworth Collection, which is at Old Warden. Basically a guy, I think it was in 1934, was flying around, landed on a particular field, and it became an airfield. So it's I think it's a grass strip. They've got a wonderful old collection of vintage aeroplanes there, up to everything from sort of First World War and before that, up to the 1950s actually. So and often when you drop into Shuttleworth, you might catch the sight of a Hurricane or a Spitfire flying around as well. So nice little day out, chance to reflect. And I've on the way down I've been working on my cornering really, trying to hold my position, hold it a little bit longer out to actually maintain the view where it's safe to do so, but also thinking about where the power's coming in, because I've had a tendency to decelerate into the corner rather than maintain drive. So working on both of those. I'm also working on what Dale calls the, I don't know whether he calls it the 2-second rule, but I've called it the 2-second rule, which is really all about the way you time your entry into a situation like a junction or a roundabout, and that often if you just take 2 seconds longer to get there, you can keep moving, you can actually maintain a decent level of progress. So I always try and come out with a particular learning objective, so that's really what I'm working on today. I always like to keep it sort of 2 or 3 items. You must never overload when you're training, just work on a few things and just work on them really well actually, and then on the next time maybe work on something else, and eventually it all sort of blends together, a bit like a good stew. But yeah, it's a beautiful day, chance to get out on the bike. My advantage with my where I earn my living is I can get out basically when the roads are quiet. I can avoid weekends. Okay, so I'm looking across the hedges here, working again a little bit on my observation today. But yeah, I can avoid the sort of weekends and the busy times really. My sat nav has sort of thrown a bit of a wobbler today. It's for some reason back there when I was going to turn right, it told me that I was going to turn left, and basically every roundabout I've come through, and here we are, Old Warden, every roundabout I've come through in the last half an hour or so, it's given me the wrong exit. 4th exit when it was first, or 3rd exit when it was second, and it's been ignoring some pretty major exits actually. So the last time I came down here with Tim from the Honda Back to Biking course. That was back in October I think, actually. That was a long time ago. And when we were here we chanced on a Hurricane flying around, which is very nice I have to say. So yeah, I've been trying to ignore the vocal prompts, and I'm just keeping my eye on the visuals. And one slight disadvantage I have is because I've been riding south. Thank you. Use of the horn there. Don't use it very often. But yeah, because I've been riding south, and when I wear a bright yellow vest, I tend to get the reflection on the screen of the GPS. So sometimes not quite as easy as it could be. The Shuttleworth Collection. Yeah, so the last time I came down here was the first time I've been on a bike for nearly 40 years. So Tim gave me a good old solid basis. Which of course the IM is built on, and also now Dale, who's become a good firm friend, has also given me a significant level of input. So yeah, nice day, just nice to come out and reflect. I'm not going to be working too hard in that sense, just wanted to have a bit of a relaxing day out really. So I'm going to come here, probably get a bacon butty, cup of tea, might catch a look at some aeroplanes, you never know. There we are, got the aircraft sign in now. There's a big air show here actually on Sunday, but I can't get down for that. But the sat-nav's been working better today, apart from the voice prompts actually. One of the things I've done is, I'm probably going to have to make a video on this actually. Here we are, 2-second rule. And here we are at the Shuttleworth Collection. So here we are, so a little stop and a cup of tea and just relax for a few minutes I think. No sign of any aircraft today. This is the kind of thing you see at Shuttleworth. Henry Tate and Sons, London, Liverpool, Tate and Lyle, Sugar, lovely old wagon there. Now then, this is what we came to see. Hurricane. Beautiful aeroplane. I wonder if that was the one that is on my banner picture, the one that I saw when I came here with Tim in October 2017 on my back to biking day. And in the background there you can see the black aircraft, which is the Lysander, which was used for dropping spies actually covertly into special operations people covertly into occupied Europe during the Second World War. Yeah, something like this just sends a shiver down my spine. Great to see. And this beautiful red aircraft is a de Havilland Comet, I think, an 88, which was used for the air race, I think, in the 1930s from UK to Australia. I think something like 70 hours. If what I've just seen on the sign is accurate. So beautiful aircraft, beautiful straight lines. Amazing just how aircraft moved on, really, isn't it? From the Wright brothers, you know, within 100 years, that things have happened so quickly. And it's an industry I've spent 40 years in now. The thing I like about Shuttleworth is you can actually get up close and personal with these aircraft. It's all very low key. Some beautiful aeroplanes. Real part of our aerospace heritage. And particularly special for me because my dad flew a Lancaster bomber actually. Didn't see active conflict, but 1945 I think he flew with 83 Squadron in what was called Operation Dodge, which was the repatriation of the British Army from North Africa. So he would ferry from England over to Italy and then bring them back. Fires into life. A bit like watching Dale start his bike, this. Yeah, it makes the same noise as Benelli as well. I imagine this is a bit faster though. Well, that was very pleasant. Just as I come away from Old Warden, the Shuttleworth Collection. Beautiful rural Bedfordshire. Just been chatting with a guy called Andy there. I think Andy, I guess he said he's one of the engineers there. Joined from school. Been there, I think he said 38 years. and we were discussing the Hurricane, and I was sharing with him my experiences from looking after Tornado ADVs and Hawks. So great to meet these people, keeping all these memories alive. If you get a chance to visit the Shuttleworth Collection, I would certainly recommend it. So I'm going to head home now. We've got to get past Bedford, and then we're going to head up, I think it's the B664. Give me another chance to practice my my cornering skills. And right ahead of us there you can see the massive great sheds at Cardington, the source of many a YouTube video, topic of many YouTube video I should say. They used to build airships, and they used a lot for movie work as well, because of course you've got a huge great enclosed environment there. Nothing really that we can see outside today. Now, I'm not sure whether they're the biggest hangars in the country, or actually whether the biggest hangar in the country is what's known as the Brabazon hangar, which is down at the old Filton Airport, which I've also been inside. Answers on a postcard. Yeah, absolutely huge they are. And if memory serves me correctly, I think it's where the R101 was built, which was a huge airship, which I seem to remember ended in tears really. Right, okay, eyes back on the road. What I find is that advanced motorcycle training is rather like, give you the analogy of jumping on a giant airbed. You know, you jump on one corner, another corner pops up, so you jump over to that corner, and then that corner pops up, and then you jump in the middle and all the corners pop up. And it's a bit like when you're working on your cornering position, your speed goes for a ball of chalk, and then when you work on your acceleration sense, you tend to forget about your observation. And then you go back to concentrate on your observation, and you couple of cyclists there playing with fire. Yep, so and then hopefully just keep working on them all, and eventually one day it all comes together, as they say, and then the miracle happens. But eventually what you hope to do is push all this all these different skills, techniques and abilities down to a level of subconscious competence, so actually you're doing it without even thinking about it. Yeah, running on fumes there. Yeah, yeah, just say again. No. Well, to be honest, I didn't know where it was. I just put it in the GPS. I'm just out touring today, you know. So, yeah. So, you got a busy day on?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
That's my second job.
Right.
But first one was even longer than this one.
Oh boy. Oh well. All right. Drive safe anyway. Right, here we are on the B660. Lovely sunny day. Been a bit of an adventure there, nearly ran out of fuel in Bedford. Maintain constant drive around the corner. Try not to decelerate into the bend. So this is the B660, so I've deliberately chosen this route to bring home because it's here's another sharp right-hander now. It's just full of bends really. So I get the right speed, maintain, and then roll off as we see the exit point. Roll on, I should say. The only slight problem with the B660 is you keep hitting these 30 zones, so it sort of upsets your rhythm a little bit. But such is life. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this combination of holding the line, staying out when it's safe to do so, and maintaining drive. So one of the things Dale suggested I do is just to spend 10 minutes commentating on what I can see and what I'm going to do about it. So the road's going round to the left, so I'm going to move out to the right hand side. I can see houses on the right. Coming into a 40 zone. So we'll change down. And we've got a van coming round from the right up there. So I can see the road is bearing left. Junction on the right hand side, keep an eye on that, and on the left. So a nice straight piece of road here with a sharp right hand at the end. And it looks like a school or something on the right hand side, or a village hall, so maybe some activity going on there. So quite a sharp right hand bend here, so drop down, maintain drive, and pick it up as I come out, as I exit the bend. Sharpish left-hander coming up. So I'm out on the right-hand side. Got these little posts as well that suggest there's been something happened here in the past. And again we've got a right-hander followed by a left and a right-hand bend. So don't drop the revs. There we are. I think I've been such in the habit of sort of decelerating into bends, it really feels strange now to maintain drive. What a beautiful thatched cottage that is. Right, so the route disappears now away to the left and dips down. We don't know what's down there, so I'll just ease a little bit off. give way to this white van. And we've got a no speed limit, national speed limit coming up, followed by a right-hander. So we'll check the mirrors, and we're into Cambridgeshire. Accelerate briskly away from the NSL, build myself a little bit of a buffer, although there's nothing behind anyway. Road is dipping down to the left, car approaching, nice and stable, and there's a bus coming towards me, so I shall give way to that. And why not select 5th gear, bring a smile to all your faces. And we've got a long sweeping right-hander here. Houses on the right, speed limit sign. Yeah, coming down to 30. So we'll just roll off. Just a little bit of brake so I can hit the 30 at 30 miles an hour. And moving out to the right for the left-hander. And we got, looks like a workman in the road, or maybe even a roller skater. Oh, skateboarder. And this is where we take the 645 now towards Northampton, so it's quite a busy junction. And we're coming to Kimbolton, which for my money has the sharpest pair of corners of any town in the country, unless you know better, of course. There's number one, and I think actually possibly this one here, this right-hander, is even slightly sharper actually. And clearly you've got to keep right out of the way just in case there is any traffic coming at you. And you all know how much I love these sharp bends. Safely negotiated anyway. Looks like we're following a camper van with a trailer. Who's turning off, which is nice, heading up towards Catworth, favourite haunt of the Northampton IM group. Oh, I'm not going that way today. So we'll just keep away from this exit on the left just in case. Road's going left towards an NSL. Let my speed creep up a little bit there, so I shall just back off. And we've got a pedestrian on the road. Two pedestrians on the road. And we've got a left and a right hander coming up. Oh, let's stay out, maintain drive. Okay, the exit becomes visible, so I enter this bend, so just want to hit this bend without decelerating now. So staying out, cut it a little bit. Down a sharper bend here with a 30 mile an hour. Try and maintain drive.